Hello everybody, this is an intro for the video that's coming up. This video is going to be for the Reebok and AEW collab between Reebok and Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland is a wrestler for AEW. I'm not very big into the wrestling world, but I am big into the Iverson world. So had to get me a pair of these, and my fiance also got a pair, so we decided to do a video together. The video's a little all over the place, but we've never filmed a video together before, so just a warning. Hello everybody, I am Tony, and this is Matt, my other half. Today we are gonna bring to you a AI video. Allen Iverson came out with a new collab, and these shoes are so tight. I had to pick them up. And not only I had to pick them up,
so did I.
So did he. So, I just wanted to bring these to you guys and show you everything about them. If you guys aren't aware of these shoes, they are a collab with, what's his name? Swerve.
Killmonger.
It's on the box. Why am I killing myself for this? It's not in the box. I might have to start this video over. Swerve Strickland.
Swerve Strickland.
Sorry about that. My bad. I guess we will do this just like we do every video. He's just going to be here to throw in his 2 cents where they need to be thrown in at, because I don't always think of everything. So,
and not only that, I'm the one that even got her started on answers and questions and Iverson's in general. We'll start at the back corner of this shoe. Right here we have a Reebok Vector in this little pebbled leather section. And right here we have 2 little gold bars that go up. You have these gold bars that actually continue to go here, and then they start somewhere else. He has an issue with the gold, but we'll get into that. The rest of the shoe is actually in this black cheetah, panther, whatever you want to call it, like Killmonger style of shoe. But this is what Swerve Strickland wears when he is in his wrestling garb. I'm not a big wrestling fan, but these shoes were so tight. I love them. So anyway, this, the midsole is really nice. It sweeps up with all these little tabs that kind of go with the lines in the shoe, which is the flow of the shoe. There we go. Come around to the front. Let me tuck this back in. I was checking something out in there. So you have this peeking out. It's just a black front, and then you have that black cheetah, panther, whatever. Then you have white lacing. Underneath the white lacing, there is black, white, and gray camo. And up here, it says, "Whose house?" which I swore I was not going to say that in this video at all, but I didn't have a choice. There are 2 Reebok tags on here. There's one that says Reebok Answer 3. And this has the code on it. Just in case you guys are curious, the code for these shoes is 100246191. These are unisex. They're men's 8, women's 9.5. When we flip around to the other side, oh, I forgot. Right here, these shoes are gold right here. And mine don't necessarily look too bad, but one of his doesn't look too great.
Both.
Both of yours?
They're actually all 4 paired. Doesn't look up to
standards.
The Iverson standards. Here, I'll take this here.
Here.
Oh, here you go.
Yours right here,
yes.
There's a fold in it.
I'm going to zoom this up so you guys can see it. The gold that goes around this is, it's almost like it will bubble up in a little spot right here. If you could see it, I'll try to zoom it in for you guys to see if you could see where it bubbles up. And it does do that. It's mainly only the front, like you know, like the almost like the pinstripe kind of things on the side and everything. They're pretty much okay. It's only the front that I had a problem with. And I noticed in all like both pair, that like the pair that she bought and the pair that I bought also, that they have a little tiny bit of the problem. I don't know if the glue didn't set or they used a different kind of glue. I know if I'm talking to an Iverson fan, like, we could smell this and tell that, you know, this is the Iverson glue that we're all used to. And so I don't think it would be something with the glue inside. Also, she didn't tell you that if you come on this side...
I didn't get that far yet.
Okay. If you come on this side, right here, there's actually like just a little tiny bit of the gold over here as well. I'll let her finish telling you what that is, but I just wanted to show you the gold right there. These are amazing. Like, looking at them, they're amazing. I literally would buy... I am picky with my Iversons, but, you know, when it comes to... especially when it comes to a collab, because you know, you're not sure exactly what you're going to get. But these are literally amazing. Like, if you could look right here, you could actually see that they go into detail, just like the 4s do. Or just like the other 3s do. Not only that, they actually, I don't know exactly how they did this, but they have the almost like Black Panther or cheetah print or whatever it is. They have that raised on the shoe. So not only does it look, you know, it's not just like a little print on thing that they did over top of leather. It actually is almost stamped over top with kind of...
They really went all out.
Yes,
with
they
this.
did. So go ahead.
All right. So after we wrap around from the front, we're going to go over to this side, where it's pretty much the same as the other side, where you have this gold that comes up. You have this little pebbled leather right here with the Reebok Vector symbol in it. You have the gold up here. And then down here, it says Swerve in this little bubble. You have this gold on the midsole. And then back here, really small, Swerve Strickland's head is in that little bubble. And then when you wrap around to the back, it is studded. I think that is one of the coolest additions to this shoe. Like, besides the black, like, cheetah print, leopard print, whatever it may be, these little grommets are so cool. I love them.
And they're not extremely out, like, very far or anything to make it look like a woman's shoe or anything. By far, this is like me getting them in hand and seeing them and everything with what they did to them. Like, this is not just a woman's pair of shoes. Like, if you are a AEW fan, you can go with that. If you are an Iverson fan, you can definitely go with these. These are definitely head turners. You know, like I said, I definitely, you know, this is the first time I'm on her channel, and we figured this would be the best time for me to jump on here and everything. So go ahead. You have anything else?
Whenever you flip the shoe over, we're going to look at the bottom real quick. The answers don't have any distinguishing marks. Each shoe is different, like the ones, the twos, the threes, the fours, so on and so forth. So we have a black up front. We have the white the whole way through. Down here in the middle, we have this gold that wraps around. We have the Reebok Vector in one of them, and then there's the I3 for Iverson right here. And then 2 red spots for Swerve Strickland's colors, I'm guessing. I meant to put a little bit of red in my makeup and I forgot. Oh well, I know most of you guys are not here for makeup and you don't care, but that's okay. Let me show you guys these next to each other real quick. This is a 8 compared to a 13. So that is a huge difference. But regardless of the size, these shoes are amazing looking. They really, really are. Let me try to get my things inside, even though I'm going to take them off and actually wear these shoes. This is what a pair of these would look like for you. So both shoes, as far as I am aware, are exactly the same. I forgot to show you the inside. Let me check one thing. Okay. Yeah, inside of the shoe real quick.
This is one problem that I've had with the new Answer 3s. The old school ones, the OG ones, they did not have this. And now, if I'm wrong, you know, go ahead and say something. As far as I remember, now I only got 2 different kinds when they first came out, but I don't remember the down here. She's going to show you because she's getting ready to do take the top of the laces off hers and everything. She's going to show you how the tongue connects to the bottom of the shoe, and I haven't liked that. Like that's one of my only other my other complaint is that, you know, I remember, you know, and I actually even pulled a Answer 3 out, and they didn't have them on the old ones. So I don't know if it's because, you know, it's different, and it's different through wrestling time and everything else. Like everything else has gotten bigger, just like in sports. It's also gotten bigger in AEW and all the rest of the wrestling. But she's going to show you what I'm talking about, that from the tongue to the bottom piece.
I will show you to the best of my ability. First off, when you look at the bottom of the shoe, it says AEW, which stands for All Elite Wrestling, which Swerve Strickland wrestles for. Sorry about that. Was it upside down?
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
And then when you look at the back of the tongue, it says Big Pressure. Now, I'm sure there is a story behind that. If you know, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know more about these shoes. But if you look down in the shoe, this is going to be hard. Okay, right here.
Here you go.
Hold the shoe. Is this going to work? A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, right about there.
As you look right here,
there's a piece of netting that holds the tongue down into the shoe. Not a pair of like or not a piece of like elastic or anything like that. It's a piece of netting, and it's really thin and really flimsy.
Yeah, and like I said before, I checked to see if they were in my old pair, like I said, my original pair, and they did not have this in them. But like I said, you know, with
Grab
the
that shoe
tongue,
real quick.
you know, and it's all on, as we'll show you right here. Here you go. We'll show you
These
right
shoes
here.
have it also, and so do the navy, gold, and white pair. I did check them before this video because I wanted to see if they all had them. So all the new ones have them. The old ones, not so much.
Now I've tried them on, and just to literally feel if there's any difference, if there's any like mess up on footing or anything like that. And as far as I'm aware, now I didn't wear them on the court or anything like that. I literally just put them on and just tried them on. But besides that, you know, that's about, you know, as much as I walked. So, you know, there wasn't like a restriction on it pulling or anything. And
I did forget to mention the
I was just getting ready
tongue.
to say, the tongue, I really, really like this, that they pulled the tongue all the way up on this one. And so you can actually go in, and the people that know how to make different patterns and everything like that into
And there's
the
lace
shoes and
holes
everything,
through there.
there is a place to tie it right here, and then flip it over so you don't see the tie.
Or you can tie it through
Or
there.
you can tie it, yeah, when you start, there is 2 start holes right here. And usually, well, finish holes, actually, because usually you start at the bottom, depending on whether you're doing a different kind of lace or anything like that. But they usually are stuck on there. But these pair actually flip up, and they do flip down. And they're pretty tight when it comes to flipping them up. This is actually flipping them up. And then, as you see, I'll do it with one finger. They actually flip down, and then they give you a good grip. So that is a nice added to this shoe.
So that's about it for the Answer 3s.
You also might see the
Okay.
Allen Iverson shirts that we're wearing.
Let's show off our fresh gear.
Well,
My
fresh
shirt
gear,
is
new,
about
open.
this shirt is about 2 years old, and I just opened it for the first time. His shirt is actually an Answer shirt that I think is 3 or 4 years old.
It's 4.5 years old.
And that was brought out to match the...
I got this to match
called?
they were the hot rods.
But they were the green and blue version.
Yes, they were the green and blue version. And to my knowledge, they have never come out. I haven't found a pair that are actually somebody willing to sell to me. So
we've tried.
I mean, I've been on a mission for over 4 years to find these shoes.
I was willing to spend like $500 to buy these shoes, and I could not find anybody to sell them to me.
Yes, they like, I wanted to get this shirt to wear this shirt with the other ones, because they literally would have matched perfectly. They were, like I said, they were Answer 4s. And if you go on her playlist, you will see the hot rods that come up, and I think they're purple,
red, and orange.
Purple, red, orange, and I think there's a little bit of a shading and everything. Like, what they do a really good job with the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the fire, they did it with white, they did it with like two-tone orange and then two-tone red, so it made it really cool looking.
Well, the blue ones had two-tone blue, two-tone green, and then even a little bit of yellow at the tips. They were awesome.
They were amazing.
They were like non-existent.
And to everybody that says, like, where do you get these shoes and everything? Sometimes,
how do you end up with all the special shoes and things like that? Sometimes we don't end up with the special shoes.
Yeah, sometimes we don't end up with the special shoes, but I look constantly. I look on certain sites and everything like that.
Yeah, these shoes, by the way, just in case you're interested, they're $160 and they are only available on Champs Sports online.
They're Champs exclusive.
Yeah. So just in case you're wondering, that's where we got these. They're only available there.
They do have some pairs left.
Yeah, there are quite a few sizes left. I think the 7.5 sold out, the 12.5 sold out, and then the big sizes sold out. Like the 14 and 15.
And they didn't make small, like real small sizes
No,
either.
the 7.5 was the smallest size.
Yeah, 7.5 was the smallest size, which usually you get down to a 6, around about that. And then usually you'll get up to a 15. Well, this time you weren't even lucky to get that. Like she said, you know, it started at a 7.5, and as far as I know, it went to
a 15, but there were barely any.
It went to a 15. There was barely any, so 15 sold out very quickly. So I'm assuming that there was a lot of pro wrestling fans and stuff that may have wrestled as well. Or
they usually have a lot of friends and family shoes where they will save like 1,000 of them and give them out.
Yeah.
Some of those might have been those bigger sizes shoes and stuff like that.
And not only that, I do want to have a comment and say that something I was really, really happy with was that they made these in a 12.5.
Which they haven't done in years.
If you know Iverson, and I literally I've actually contacted him, and I've got no response back from Reebok and everything else saying, where are the 12.5s? Because I know a lot of people, you know, are missing those right in between sizes, especially the 12.5.
I've also contacted Reebok about the same issue.
Yes, because sometimes if we get a very rare shoe or anything like that, sometimes we literally will just buy them and then look for a pair, you know, that is, you know, for our pair and stuff like that. Now, sometimes we do get codes and everything like that they will give us, free shipping.
Matt's lucky enough to have Reeboks text him. Like, somebody from Reebok texts him. I'm not that important,
I've
apparently.
also been buying Iversons for over 20 years.
Yes, he has. But
so,
even still.
But everybody get a hold of Reebok, especially if you want to see that 12.5, or if you know somebody that wants that 12.5 to come back, because I sure do. And it was nice seeing that they brought these out with 12.5s, and I have seen a couple other collaborations that came out in 12.5. So, and that has just been since Iverson and Shaq, which they're both doing an amazing job.
Amazing.
Turning around Reebok from,
they brought out the Engine 8s
going down, and yes,
they're doing amazing.
The cross trainers, the nanos they're bringing back out, like, they're doing a great job.
All right, I'm going to get this video closed because it's starting to get sort of lengthy, and I don't like my shoe videos to be too long because I don't want you guys to click off of them. So I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love you all. definitely let me know in the comments if you have any questions about these shoes. I will definitely get you an answer. And I love saying that every time I am doing one of these pairs of shoes. So,
or if you got a tip on those, like I said, those colors right here of the, you know,
the motocross shoes.
The motocross 4s that, you know, they were actually called the motocross 4s.
I would love to know more
would
about them.
Would just love to know more about them. So if any Iverson fans out there could hit me up, like I said, just
hit me up in the comments, and we could always DM on Instagram or something like that.
Yes.
But I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you, appreciate you, and that's about it. So,
and nice meeting you guys.
And I hope you all love Matt, because he's been here the whole time. All right, bye guys.